Hi, what an honor it is to have my friend, Jim Smith, from the Butler Collaborative for Families. Jim is the BCF, we like to call the Butler Collaborative for Families the BCF. Jim is the BCF coordinator. So first, Jim, welcome to the Butler Buzz.
Thanks, Trish. Glad to be here.
And I am very familiar with the BCF, but I know a lot of individuals are not. So let's start off by, can you tell us a little bit more about the mission of the BCF?
Absolutely, and you're exactly right. It's like so many other things in a community where you're familiar and you think you know everything, and then when you stumble on this hidden gem.
Yeah.
And I feel like the Butler Collaborative for Families is really one of those hidden gems in the Butler community. So let me start by just kind of going back 27 years.
Okay.
Because there was an initiative by Governor Tom Ridge 27 years ago that the state wanted to enhance engagement and promote collaboration at the local level.
Okay.
So they allocated some
resources,
right? Some money from the Commonwealth, and all across the Commonwealth, in most every county, there was a collaborative similar to ours that was started.
Okay.
Well, wouldn't you know, 27 years later, Butler County has the only collaborative that remains functional.
Really?
With 27 years, and it's not just functional. I mean, this is a highly effective group of individuals who come together on a regular basis to accomplish the mission.
Right.
And just so that I don't stumble, the mission of the Butler Collaborative is to build a unified integrated network of services by using a multi-agency approach to break down barriers and strengthen the system of care for individuals and families throughout Butler County. And that's a mouthful of words.
That's all right.
But what it simply means is people who have skills, capabilities, resources, or interest and desire come together to pool all of those different assets in order to solve problems and to bridge gaps.
Absolutely.
And primarily in the human service sector,
Sure.
so that the most vulnerable within our community can gain access to support and resources to help them, improve the quality of their life.
Right. So I work at Butler County Community College, and that's like an example of one of the organizations that's a member, an active member of the Butler Collaborative for Families. So a lot of different agencies and nonprofit, and now I started to see some for-profit organizations becoming involved.
Well, this is one of the more remarkable things about the nature of the Butler Collaborative. There's 65 of us right now.
Okay.
And we're just beginning our new membership campaign, you might say, for 2023, so I hope that number is going to grow.
Yeah.
But it is an amazing consortium and collaboration across a very diverse set of businesses. So we've got, it's a network is what it is.
Sure.
So we've got schools represented.
Right.
You've got your institution, Butler County Community College, has been a longtime supporter of the BCF. We have Slippery Rock University is involved in the Butler Collaborative for Families, and we have Dr. Brian White in the Butler Area School District. So, we're capturing the educational component and finding out what those folks bring to the table, primarily Dr. White and his team. They bring the issues that they're seeing in the schools,
right? So we can
right.
better serve the individuals that live here.
That's right.
And faith-based organizations?
We have faith-based organizations whose, sort of their whole mission really is about extending hope and help to the community.
Right.
And from a faith-based perspective. We have governmental entities, Butler County Human Services.
Yes.
They actually provide the seed funds, if you will, that help support the work of the Butler Collaborative for Families.
Right.
And so we have a governmental entity, Amanda Feltenberger from Butler County Human Services sits on our executive team. We have human service providers that are there, mental health and drug and alcohol providers are part of the collaborative. I mentioned that we have the schools, we have other nonprofits, and we have businesses as well. One of the things that I used to say when I worked at the Center for Community Resources as a director of programs, I would do interviews with folks that would come in, and you could, in the course of talking to someone about a human service position, you almost always could tell whether, is this person just looking for a job or are they hardwired to help people?
Right.
And you know what, it's great, to get a job that pays the bills. But when you're dealing with human services and human need, you really want somebody who has that empathy factor.
Empathy, yep. I was thinking the same thing.
And that capacity to engage people, meet them where they are,
Yep.
and to value them and to validate them.
Well, Jim, I can tell how passionate you are about the BCF. Could you tell us about the December 1st event?
Well, we're really excited about our second annual holiday huddle, which will be hosted by the Monarch Family Pathways site on the south side of Butler. It's a 3-hour event, 3 to 6 p.m. on the first Thursday in December, Thursday, December 1st. It's a drop-in event. People will be there with their information. They'll have some swag to pass out, but it's a good flavor of the engagement and the collaboration that we enjoy through the Butler Collaborative for Families. I'd also invite people to go to our website, butlerfamilies.com, because there you'll find where you can sign up for our twice-a-month electronic e-newsletter. It comes as an email full of very helpful information connecting you to upcoming events and supports for families and to enhance your own knowledge of what's going on in the community. So I would invite everybody to go to butlerfamilies.com for that.
All right. BCF, great organization helping us here in Butler County. Thank you, and thank you, Jim.
Thank you, Tricia.
Thanks for watching this episode of the Butler Buzz. If you want to see more, just click on the playlist button up here. To keep up to date with all of Armstrong Neighborhood Channel, click on the subscribe button down here. Hey, I suggest you do both. See you next time.